All right, that means we are live, and yes, we are back. Uh-oh, we lost barbecue. Is that a loss? Yeah, maybe. Anyway, we're back. We're live. Got the MFOS here. How are you tonight?
I'm all right. I wanted to start earlier, but Rich White is like, hey, Rich White starts when Rich White wants to start.
Well, I was being polite because barbecue said I'll be right back, so I was giving him a chance to go do whatever he was doing before we went live, and then go and play the outro and everything. Or the intro, and by the time the intro is done, he's gone. It's like, where'd he go? See, try and be polite to these blind people. I tell you what. Let's see, out there on the YouTube side so far, we got Jacob S. and Christmas 740. So, evening to you, gentlemen. And it says there's one over on Rumble. Don't know who. There's Artak. So, evening, Artak. So, what's going on with you today? Anything?
Not really. Went to the Home Depot, looked at some tile for backsplash.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Want to know what I did? I just sat around watching monster movies today.
What'd you watch?
What the hell was the name of it? There was one I watched on Tubi called She Came from the Woods. A ghost kind of thing. It was pretty good. Then I watched a couple that were about different Wendigo legends and stuff. I've been watching a lot of like horror movies and stuff lately. Yep, barbecue's back.
I'm back.
Thank God.
So, what's going on with you today? Barbecue, anything?
Nothing. Have a new dog, kind of. Went. Our wrestling club had our gun raffle last night, and it was just running around stray all friggin' day. I had to be there at 10 a.m. to help with food prep, and then I just stay at the pavilion all day until the event starts. So it was just running around all day and let it run around until we started letting people in. Then it came in, and I had actually gone outside for something. When I came back, I was like, "Oh, that dog's in here," and it just kind of claimed me. So I was like, "Oh, that sucks." So tied it up outside because it kept going to the kitchen, and we can't serve food with that.
Right.
So tied it up outside, and was hoping like the owners might come around and be like, "Hey, anybody seeing our dog?" But yeah, it's right out here. You know, it would make sense if your dog's lost in that area to go to the pavilion that has 300 to 400 people at it.
And no such luck, I take it.
Nope. So took it home last night with me and put it up on county Facebook page for lost pets, but nobody's bit yet. And then I was talking to somebody, and they mentioned that our local humane society, you actually have to schedule an appointment with them to get a dog checked for a chip. I was like, are you serious? All they do is run a wand over it like you're going through security.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I've got to call them tomorrow just to see if I can even get this thing checked.
Yeah, sounds like
Yep.
sounds like a headache.
It's all right. It's actually a really nice dog, really well behaved.
Yeah.
But really didn't want another dog.
You heard it here, folks. Barbecue hates dogs.
That's right. I only like the two that I already had. Although this one's kind of cooler.
All right. Now we got Run Today Matters out there on the YouTube side, so even into you, Run.
What kind of dog is it?
I'm thinking it's some sort of shepherd mix, and I think it's mixed with a lab. It's definitely not a purebred of anything. It's all white. It kind of looks like a mini marshmallow almost. So
So you think it's a shepherd lab mix, but it looks like a husky.
no, there's no gray.
Oh,
Pure white.
Could it be like a Samoyed?
I'm not sure. That's something that I did think of. Looking at the face, like you can see a bit of lab and whatnot, but when you look at the body and you know, it screams like it's a cattle dog mix.
I've been asked that before. Are you Samoyed? It's like,
Samoyed, huh?
no, that's a dog. Samoan.
okay.
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
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 Speaking of, you see what Franklin Armory done went and did?
I heard
They-
about something. I don't remember. I think you mentioned this on Gary's show on Monday.
Yeah, briefly on Wednesday's show. They went and brought back the Reformation.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You remember the one that keyholes at what, 50 yards? When everybody was like doing their reviews of it and stuff a couple years
Yep.
ago. Yeah, they decided to give that thing another try after winning a lawsuit against the ATF on it.
You know what? Good for him. Because here's the thing. Let's say I was a nefarious individual and I broke into somebody's house or something like that. If that's what they're shooting at me with, I don't care. That's still going to friggin' hurt. That's still going to be deadly. I don't care if it keys hold at 50 yards. Guess what? I'm not going to be 50 yards away when they decided to pull the trigger on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's going
Yeah.
to suck.
Tumble before impact.
Yeah, tumble before impact, exactly.
That's like people that are like, "Oh, it's
The
just a
shuriken
22." I
bullet.
don't want to get shot by a 22. Damn it!
Well, remember the ammunition that they originally marketed it with, or tried to, but nobody made it?
No.
You know the Nerf footballs that have the tail on the end of it?
Oh yeah.
It was supposed to be shaped like that. The projectile was like,
I remember that now. Yeah.
yeah.
Here's the thing, though, because did they actually win the case, or was this another one that was dropped by the DOJ? Where the DOJ is like, we're not gonna follow through with this.
I don't know. The article I saw was in one of the NRA magazines, Shooting Illustrated, I think, and they said that they won the case.
Yeah, but that's NRA propaganda. Especially if they had any money in that case. They'll be like, "We won," even though it's just
I
like,
know.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know if they actually won one or like what you said. The only place I've seen the article was in that. So
because I believe that just happened with the FRT-15, where their DOJ's just like, yeah, we're not pursuing the case anymore. You win.
Yeah, Bondi went and dropped a bunch of those cases.
Yep. And on one hand, it's like, all right, that's cool. On the other hand, I'm like, they were there. I would have much rather seen these go and get heard.
Yeah, who knows how long it would have took to hear them. If they even got heard. But yeah, short range, like home defense type gun, it might work. But if you're expecting anything accuracy wise at 100 yards, you're pretty much going to be shit out of luck with that thing. It's basically a musket because there's no rifling to speak of. It's all straight hands and grooves.
Does it still have? I thought it was smoothbore.
No, it's got lands and grooves in it, but they're straight.
Oh, okay. Shows how much I paid attention to that thing.
Showed everybody what you're talking about that might not know what.
Yeah, what a dick.
Oh, yeah.
It's his first time doing a show, Rich.
No.
That's probably his first time this month.
I can find the thing. Let me find the darn thing. Yeah, it's basically an AR-15 that doesn't have rifling. But, oh yeah, gotta go up here and hit presentation. And then go down here and hit screen share. What? Yay! Screen sharing. I didn't care. Okay. Stupid thing telling me shit. Yeah, let's see. It's an AR-15. I think they got it where it comes with their binary trigger too. Which makes it even that much more funner, I guess.
Yes. I think it came with it way back then.
Yeah, but it's available in either 7.5 inch or 11 inch version. Legal status by state. What do we see in common with all these states?
Yeah,
they are all south or east of Washington.
Well, there is that. Well, one is Washington.
Yeah, we're picking that one as the marker point.
But they're all blue states.
I found a map of if every state was like West Virginia. So it's West Virginia, West Virginia, South Virginia, Southwest Virginia.
I gotta beg the question here about this map on its accuracy, because according to this, it's allowed in half of Maryland, but not the other half of Maryland. Like if you look,
so, well, that's just somebody that doesn't know how to finish coloring.
Well, the thing is, both the counties that are over here in that part, you got Allegheny County right about here, and then over here you got Garrett County, and both of those are 2A sanctuary counties within the state of Maryland.
Heard it here first, folks. Rich White doesn't like sanctuary counties. He's pissed off that they are not colored in to not accept us firing them.
I'm just wondering if that's why.
It's easily extrapolated from what you said.
Only you would think that. It's not for sale in those states. Anyway, but yeah, it doesn't. Franklin Armory doesn't give you a whole lot of information on it.
So, what was the reason for straight cut lands and grooves?
Because technically it's not a rifle, so they can put a stock on it with having a short barrel.
Oh, I gotcha.
But if that were the case, they could put a stock on a Shockwave too. If that were. But it's not a shotgun either because it doesn't fire shotgun shells. So it's not an SBS. It's neither a rifle nor an SBS. And they put a stock on it. But again, in theory, you could make that same argument with the Shockwave because technically it's not a shock. It's not a shotgun. It's just a firearm. As soon as you put a stock on that, it becomes a short barrel shotgun. Does this mean you could have a short barrel musket?
Actually, theoretically, I think so.
Basically, this just gives you a AR-15 musket that's good for short range, which basically is what a musket was good for, was at short range. Short barrel, whatever, gives it a better maneuverability through hallways and whatnot. So, it could be a good home defense gun, potentially.
I still stand by getting hit by something that keyholes. It's probably gonna hurt like hell. Like I feel like it's gonna hurt worse than getting hit by a round that's actually moving properly.
Mm-hmm. Well, you don't, they could have called it the shuriken because then, like, since the bullets are tumbling before they hit, shuriken spin when you throw them. Ooh, design shuriken bullets for it.
Well, I was thinking to myself, like,
With the straight grooves, the shuriken go. Make it like a sabo round.
well, that's what I was literally just thinking. But at the end of the day, if it's already got lands and grooves, either you're gonna destroy those by putting some sort of grooves on the round to try and spin it, or you're going to just destroy the grooves on the projectile because it's going to be too soft.
No, you're missing what I'm saying. You take a bullet, cut it in half, and you put a teeny tiny little throwing star in the middle. And it lines up with the groove. So when you fire it, it comes out of there spinning, and the two halves of the bullet fall away, and you just throw a shuriken really, really fast with it.
Oh, I'm totally lost why you mentioned a Sabo then.
Yeah, you make it like a Sabo round. You know how the Sabo, the bullet, the outer casing falls off, and you just have the dart. You could do that too. And have a little fins on the Sabo that's cause it to spin after it comes out of the barrel. That's basically how a Sabo round for an A1 works.
I was thinking for a shotgun.
Yeah, Defense Day said it's a horrible map. No way Alaska is south of California. This is true.
Global warming.
Mm,
Well, I don't think it's the scale either.
no, I don't think Hawaii is directly below Texas either.
And
Yeah.
Alaska's definitely bigger than Texas.
Yeah.
Like,
And
don't
they're
care
not in.
about Texas.
Yeah, and they're not in Mexico.
Mexico's not even there.
Yeah, Mexico's not even there. We're just the
They're all
United
here
States
now.
is an island.
Holy, Trump solved the border crisis.
Got rid of it. There is no border
Wow.
because there's no countries around it.
Guess we don't have to worry about any tariffing of them.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck's Canada?
Yeah, Canada.
No wonder Alaska's down here.
Yeah.
Got rid of Canada too.
Mm-hmm. Alaska,
See that other countries?
Yeah, Alaska just floated down there because there's nothing to hold it in place anymore.
I feel like
it didn't tip
Russia
over.
would have called dibs at that point.
How do we know Russia's still there?
It's true. The only thing that's still on this map is Palestine because Rich loves Islam.
Yeah, right. Whoa, look, that was even more in your facey because it's got a vertical grip. Vertical foregrip. How's come the 11.5 inches have the. I mean, the 7.5 has a vertical grip, but the 11.5 inch doesn't have the vertical grip.
Are you jealous?
No, but you would think the longer barrel would have a foregrip on it before the shorter barrel one.
Perhaps something with a handguard where they couldn't do a shroud the way they wanted to.
It's probably more just
that's,
you don't stick your hand in front of the barrel.
That could be too.
No, you can just put a hand stop. That's not that.
Why would you use a hand stop when you have a vertical grip?
Yeah.
Because your hand can still
Wow,
slip
Rich.
off that vertical grip and go in front of the barrel.
Maybe it's just an illustration, and it doesn't matter either way.
Yeah, who knows? But it's in 300 blackout now too. Before it was just in 5.56. But here's the worst part of it: cost.
Yeah, they're stupid expensive.
Yeah, the 11.5 inch is 1,700 MSRP. What?
Part of that is the binary trigger being in it.
Still, 1,700.
Yeah.
The 7.5 is 1,280.
Yeah, I don't understand how the hell these things are selling.
If they're selling. But yeah. Does 4 inches equal almost $500?
In my experience,
in barrel
depends
length,
on what you're willing to pay.
In barrel length.
It's not the length of the barrel, Rich. It's just how much you charge for it.
Uh-huh. Of course, they have different pistol grips on them, too. And stocks. I don't know if that's that much money difference. I can see like maybe $100 more for the longer barrel. Maybe. But, I don't know. It's an interesting concept. I think they're charging too much for it. At least the 11-inch barrel version of it, anyway. They're charging too much. And nobody in the YouTube chat has any comment on these things. Anyway, that's that. That's the Reformation. For some reason, they decided they wanted to sell those again. Oh, speaking of Canada, did you see what happened up in Vancouver?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably, because of being closer to you.
Who gets mad at the Filipinos?
Yeah, right.
What happened?
What happened? Some crazy guy drove his car into a crowd of people at a Filipino sidewalk fair and killed 11 people.
Did they fuck up his wife's nails?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of nurses.
It is.
Mm-hmm. And they're saying it's not terrorism because the guy has a history of mental issues. And that he's had run-in with police before.
A culture that creates lumpia can't be all bad.
Creates what?
Lumpia.
I don't know what that is.
Oh. It's kind of like a deep fried egg roll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh?
It,
And don't forget chicken adobo, too. It's pretty good stuff, too.
Could they not just call it deep fried egg roll?
I don't know. It's really similar, larger. Well, I have seen large egg rolls, but and for some reason, Samoans have really taken a liking to lumpia, and it's at a lot of Samoan get-togethers.
Maybe the guy had something against pickled eggs, or with that still have the young in them.
Yeah, that's balut.
Yeah, I always forget the name of that thing. Yeah, that's what happened in Vancouver. So expect automobile control to be on the schedule in Canada tomorrow. Right? Isn't that the way that works? We need more gun. We need more car control.
It would have prevented all this.
Mm-hmm.
If only that car wasn't automatic.
I know, right?
If only it was standard.
If it were a manual, the car was fully automatic. Patriots out there crying for midget tossing.
Oh my God! Midget tossing is coming close to me in May. Actually,
What?
it's going to be at Conneaut Lake Park, which
Oh my
really doesn't
God.
even exist anymore. Swear to God, I believe it's called Midget Mania. I'm trying to get a hold of them right now so I can try and photograph it.
Oh damn! That's hilarious.
I hope you do.
Oh, it'd be friggin' amazing.
You got to get Patriot tickets.
If he can get down here, I say, I'll just tell him that he's my second shooter.
Mm.
I mean, it's literally called blind guy photography. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it would not be right if I had a second shooter that could see properly.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we could probably totally get him in the show. He just starts beating on people with blind canes.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Patriot says, "See, I got Poll. He's only been talking about it for years." He said. Yeah, he's been talking about that for a while.
Yeah, it was down in Fredonia back in February, but I wasn't able to go to that one because some wrestling stuff was going on. I don't remember what the hell it was that day, but it's like that's just going to be too busy. So, but then when I found out they're going to be in Conneaut Lake, I was like, oh, that's closer, and it's going to be nicer weather. I was like, yeah, I'll definitely try and get press credential for that.
Yeah, definitely be something different.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of things that are different, we're officially what 3 months into the Trump administration, and Chuck Schumer is already calling for impeachment.
For what reason?
Oh, simply because their job is to take down Trump and.
Oh yeah.
So
I just
yeah.
wasn't sure the actual reason they're giving.
Yeah, he flat out said that if they take control of the House and Senate, they're going after impeachment again.
The thing is, impeachment means nothing unless they actually remove the president.
Well, especially now because they. How many times have they tried to? Now with Trump, I mean,
So I believe Trump was actually successfully impeached twice, but there's no removal. Well,
Yeah.
it did nothing. All it is a bunch of grandstanding, rile up their base. Look what we did,
mm-hmm.
and
There have
then
been
people that don't realize it, they sit there and go, "Oh, you like this guy that was impeached? What does impeachment do anymore? Well, really? Like Clinton was impeached, he was never removed. Like it's like saying you were bad. Don't do that. And at this point, it's just one side pointing fingers at the other side and saying we didn't like that. Now we got you. Ha ha. We tattled.
But
And
impeachment and removal are two different things.
right.
It's like
yeah,
Yeah, if you're looking at it from like a court proceeding, which is essentially what it is, with the Senate being the court, you have the indictment process, which is the impeachment, and then the
yeah.
trial, which is before the Senate. We've only had 4 impeachments in the history of the country, and half of them have been Trump.
Yep.
Absolutely ridiculous. Patriot
And
says,
honestly,
oh,
oh,
good.
go ahead.
I was going to say, Patriot says the best thing about midget tossing, the little chicks carrying the signs around just like in boxing.
I'm gonna get him so many phone numbers.
What were you going to say?
I was just gonna say, and like they've got to realize that when they decide to impeach him, every time they do this crap, it riles up his base,
Mm-hmm.
and not riles them up in a bad like it. It causes them to rally.
Yep.
Like, oh, you're gonna do that? Fuck you! Watch what we do.
Schumer said it's not even about justice. Their job is to take down Trump. Basically, what he's saying is it doesn't matter if Trump does something wrong or not. They just got to get rid of him somehow.
And like, okay, great. So you're gonna sit here. We're gonna impeach Trump and get rid of him. So what? You guys can try and rally behind that in the next election, and like maybe not run somebody like fucking Biden or Kamala. That would probably fucking help them.
Mm-hmm. Well, right now, their
Like
top three candidates are Gavin Newsom, Kamala Harris.
Shapiro.
No, Shapiro's not even on the list. AOC threw her hat in.
Last I heard, they were looking at Newsom and Shapiro,
Yeah.
and that I heard the talk was like they want that to be the ticket. They don't know who's going to be front runner, but they want that to be the ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Which, ugh, God.
Yeah. Well, they could have had that the last. They could have had Shapiro with Harris.
Mm-hmm. Well, they really dropped the fucking ball on that one. Everybody thought it was going to happen too because she had just had that friggin' rally in PA.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would have gave her a fighting chance.
Yeah, maybe.
I think if she would have chose Shapiro, she would have had a chance to win PA.
Yeah, that might have been the one thing that could have turned around.
Exactly.
There was no strategic reason to pick Walz.
I think there was a strategic reason. I think they purposely threw it.
I mean, as far as if
throwing
they're
that theory
trying
out
to win,
before.
if they're
Oh yeah,
trying to win, there is no strategic reason to pick Tim Walz. None. Minnesota
I agree with that
hasn't
100%.
Minnesota hasn't voted Republican since before Reagan. You look back at '84, Minnesota is one of the few states that Reagan didn't win.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I still don't understand why the fuck they picked Kamal in the first place, other than, what was it, 2 hours later after Biden's like, I'm stepping out, COVID, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sick. Then he was like, oh yeah, Kamala.
Yeah, first time ever the vice president took over for the president as a candidate. Not the actual presidency, but the candidacy to get reelected.
Well, has it ever happened in the history of the country where there's been somebody as the nominee for a party and after primaries get replaced?
Not that I can recall.
I say I
At
can't.
least not in modern time. There could have maybe way back in the day that I just don't remember, but nothing
Which
recent.
and in that case, it probably involves somebody like dying,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, oh shit, he died. We now have to pick somebody else. But short of that, I don't know of any.
Patriot says auto pens are for signing photos and napkins, not federal documents. Yeah. Yeah, I'm highly dubious about the constitutionality of using the auto pen to sign anything.
The fuck is an auto pen?
It's basically where somebody has signed their signature and the pen just copies it. It's a machine.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, this is how Biden has signed a lot of his executive orders.
Really?
Auto pen. Yes.
I did not hear about that. Yeah, no, I feel like anything signed by the president should have to be done in friggin' ink and blood.
And by hand. Unless the president's physically disabled and doesn't have hands anyway. And,
Don't care. He can make his mark with his mouth. Put the pen in his mouth and let him make his mark.
mm-hmm. Yeah, but auto pens should not be allowed. Who's to say Biden was even in the room when papers are signed if it's being done by auto pen? Basically, it's a facsimile machine for a signature. Or a copy machine or carbon paper, however you want it. It's just a copy. It's not his actual signature.
Would it really have made a difference if they handed him a paper and told him, sign this? He wouldn't know what he was signing anyways.
I agree, but I feel a lot better knowing that at least it was in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I realize, like, he's probably completely oblivious anyways, but at least that would be a legitimate excuse.
Yeah. I'm not condoning it. I'm just...
I realize.
Yeah. It makes you wonder where Biden was.
Laying on the stairs. We need Patriot to start jumping into live chats again.
Yep. Oh, excuse me.
I feel like the big change once his daughter started trap shooting, and he got immersed in that world. Everything changed.
Mm-hmm.
Real problem here is trap shooting.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that can be rather time intensive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What kind of traps do you shoot? Bear traps? Beaver traps? Rabbit traps?
I think it's trap houses, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At least that's what all the kids tell me.
Mm-hmm. I guess it's better than shooting up a drug house.
It's true.
I thought they shot shotguns while listening to trap music.
That might be.
Yeah, maybe. But they don't dress like traps while doing it, do they? Well, I guess if you're a girl, it's okay to dress like a trap because you're not a trap, but that's what you wear.
Unless
He says they shoot speed traps. Okay. But then you're going to piss off Smokey. And Buford T. Justice is going to be coming after you, and then you're in all kinds of trouble.
Rich, when we get home, remind me to punch your mama in the mouth.
Well, if you must, you must.
Don't worry, folks. Rich really loves his mommy.
I haven't spoken to my mother in like 20 years, dude.
Just here to spread Rich White propaganda.
Uh-huh.
You're welcome. If I didn't do it, who would?
I don't.
Like, Gary's not here anymore. What the hell's up with that?
I don't know. Where the hell's Gary?
Gary flew the coop.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I should end the show just so Gary doesn't get a chance to jump on because he's late.
I feel like you should just run your show all the way into the start of foul territory tomorrow, just to
I
cork them.
can't do that.
Why not?
Because I have to go with wife to her doctor's appointment in the morning.
Just leave it rolling. Just leave it rolling.
The cats can host.
Yep. Be great. Cats accidentally click a button, your camera comes on. Two cats are just banging in front of the camera. YouTube pulls your stream. Channel strike.
God. Oh man, that will be different.
Remember that time that Rich left his stream going and the cats got him a channel strike?
Oh boy.
Yep, this just took a turn.
Yep. It was bound to eventually.
Yep. Although I just thought of something that'd be awesome. It's probably $1 million idea. I have no way of executing it though. Making luchador masks for cats. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't sound so dumb after you think about it for a second.
I'm willing to bet that somebody probably already does.
It wouldn't surprise me. We're gonna have to go check out Amazon real quick.
With all the craziness that's out there, I'm sure there's somebody that does. And yes, there's somebody on Etsy that's making them. And then there's one on Amazon. So yes, there are people out there making luchador masks for cats. Oh, good Lord. And they are the stuff of nightmares. No, I can't. They're not that bad. I wouldn't buy one. Just, Lucha masks for cats.
Better than Rey Mysterio.
Most anything is.
Mm-hmm. He's old, falling apart.
I don't know. Like when I'm his age, could only hope to be in that kind of shape. I can only hope to be in that kind of shape now.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to be in Billy Gunn shape.
Billy Gunn is insanely fit for his age.
That guy's genetics are just fucking next level. And then, like, you look at his kids, just yeah.
Mm-hmm. Billy Gunn's over 60. Looks like he's in his 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's probably has help.
He was actually a trainer at the Performance Center, and he got fired because he pissed dirty at a bodybuilding contest. So, yeah, he's got a little bit of help there, but even still, like, roids are only helping beef you up
I'm not
after
even yeah,
Well, he's
I'm
probably on testosterone.
yeah.
that could be too.
I'm not even talking physique wise. I'm just talking age wise. He doesn't look like he's in his 60s age wise.
Yeah.
You don't either.
It's because I'm not in my 60s. He is.
He doesn't wrestle like he is either. It's insane.
No, he hasn't been wrestling lately. He's become more of a manager now. Do you see where Pride Time Son slipped all the way to the third round in the draft?
I thought I heard that he's slipping to the fourth.
The
Did
Browns.
anybody pick him up yet?
The Browns picked him up.
I can't believe it took them that long.
Yeah, they got him with the 144th overall pick. He was projected to be a first round draft pick.
Yeah. Like I heard, they were thinking he might go top 3.
Yeah, it was. But late in the week and the past couple weeks, people have been talking. He may not go as high as what people thought he was going to, and boy, did he slip in the draft! Like, holy shit! When I saw that, I thought maybe he might fall to like the late first round, early second round. The way people were talking, I wasn't expecting him to fall that far.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Kind of wish the Steelers would have picked him up.
Well, the Steelers didn't have a second round pick either.
Yeah. But at that point, he's slipping. He's clearing the third round. Friggin' make a trade. Tomlin's wanted a mobile quarterback for a while now, which is one reason I don't understand why they didn't keep a hold of Fields. But he's wanted a mobile quarterback for a while now. Friggin', especially him going into the third round now. Pick him up, give him the basic rookie contract, and let him prove it, or go to die. Or after 2 seasons, just trade him to Dallas. Because that's where they really want him to end up anyway.
Yeah, remember, there was talk, the Giants will take him. Well, obviously the Giants didn't think so. They traded back, if I remember right. Jackson, with Jacksonville. Steelers got the defensive lineman they wanted in the first round.
Yep. Yeah, I don't understand why people thought Steelers should pick him up in the first round, not the defensive lineman, but Sanders. But, second or third round, like, at that point, it's worth the gamble.
Did they even take a QB this draft?
I haven't heard about one. They picked another fucking running back.
Well, they need one. With Harris being gone.
I didn't realize that we lost him.
Yeah.
Or did he go Arizona?
I don't know where he went.
I just picking Arizona because it seems like that's a dumping ground for Steelers running backs recently. Which, honestly, the thing is, you look at what James Conner did after he went to Arizona. It wasn't him. It was the offense in Pittsburgh. That was the issue. So, Foss, tell us about the Mariners.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. They're a baseball team.
Would say mid, but I don't get that channel. I don't really watch them. I on Instagram I'll see highlight clips and stuff, but they make it seem like they win every game, so I never know where they're at.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to baseball anymore.
I just want the Indians changed back to the Indians.
Mm-hmm. And the Reds against the Redskins.
That one might actually happen.
Mm-hmm. Well, got fluffy 10mm Jeep guy out there and Vanessa Kitty.
Good evening.
Yeah. And still no Gizzard.
Yeah, he's big time in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't have time to be on shows that are under 500 subscribers.
Yeah. If a cat doesn't shut up, I'm going to find out just how sharp this new knife I got from Gizzard is.
Cat's laughing at you. It's going to pull out its luchador mask and 619 you.
Mm-hmm. Gato Libre.
That would actually be a pretty badass wrestling name. Like, there's a lot of people that'd be like, "That's so fucking dumb." Just cat wrestler. But there's so many other people that have no idea what it means. They just be like, "Gato Libre, yeah." So recently, I found out how to say twat waffle in sign language. Really, really excited about that. Now, if they sign back to me, obviously, I'm not going to know what the fuck they're saying. But
Mhm.
I mean, not even because like I don't know sign language. Just that whole finger vision at 3 inches.
Mhm.
Nobody's doing sign language 3 inches away from your face.
No.
And if they were, I feel like I'm going to get twitchy and punch them.
They'd probably just flip you the bird.
They might. Problem with that is like you don't even have to actually put up the middle finger. As if I can just arm shape and everything, and you're holding up a finger and it looks like you're flipping me off, I just think you're flipping me off.
Mm-hmm. Well, if they're British, they might give you the backwards peace sign. Same thing in England. It was funny. One of the channels I watched, he was over in England. He was over in Speaker's Corner, and he kept people kept walking up to him wanting to get his picture. And he kept doing the backwards peace sign, not realizing he was flipping off everybody that was taking a picture with him.
That's awesome. I've never heard of the backward peace sign until now, but it still sounds great.
He's like, I'm doing this because, here it doesn't mean anything. And he's like, over there, somebody finally was laughing. Was like, what are you laughing at? He's like, you keep flipping everybody off. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, over here, backwards peace sign is flipping people off. He's like, oh my God, I didn't realize I was doing that.
Sure he didn't.
Oh, it happened on a live stream. His face got real red. He was embarrassed as hell.
Whoopsie.
That was kind of funny. Really made it an hour. Oh, shit. It's always good when you start yawning when you're talking.
It's been a pretty rough hour.
Yeah. But we made it an hour. This is why we need Gizzard, because he could be in here giving us quizzes and stuff.
Pop quiz, folks. Where's the Mason-Dixon line? Wrong answers only. Oh boy. He's not even out there in the chat to answer. That's the line between a mason jar and a Dixon pencil. That was a brand of pencils back in the day, wasn't it? Dixon. I think so. I seem to remember pencils that had that name on it.
If she can't tell if the Dixon, you got problems.
Mm-hmm. we've lost a bunch of probably subscribers too, but a bunch of viewers. We went from 7 down to 3. Apparently, they don't like the Mason-Dixon line.
Did nobody answer it?
Nobody answered.
All right, you're allowed to give right answers then.
Oh, you said that, and we lost 4 viewers.
I'm trying to get rid of them all.
Oh,
You're welcome.
somebody else doing a show right now too? Good Lord. That surprised me. Gizzard out there doing his own show right now. No, I'm not saying Gizzard's actually doing his own show. God, my nose is itchy.
So this is chat 243.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a 243 or 270 for deer hunting?
Is this question only for Rich?
It's whoever wants to answer.
Probably go 270.
Do you have a reason?
It's bigger.
Well, heard it here first, folks. Rich White's the size queen.
Well, it's bigger, faster round.
Size and speed queen. Sorry.
Well, around here you get bigger
You can't
size.
fix it, Rich. You cannot fix it.
Yes, you can, because
You've already said what you said.
get some pretty big buck around here, so you want something that's going to be a little bit larger caliber, moving faster. What?
Oh, just all the innuendo I was making with that, and I was like, Rich, you can't fix it. And you weren't fixing it there.
No.
You just get bigger buck.
Yeah.
I agree, though, 270. Just because, bigger round. I'm not even worried about, less than 3/100 of an inch. Just it looks better. You have that big case compared to that small case of the 243. Like, it just looks better. Buzz, your preference?
I don't have one. I am not a hunter. I have a 30-06.
30-06 is best.
Say hi to everybody.
Who?
Doing you silly dog. Get her one of those Lucha Cat masks.
You should.
Lucha
Along with the other cats. And when the
Lucha-
cats start fighting wearing lucha masks, you just record it. Say call your promotion LCW, Lucha Cat Wrestling.
Stick out. You can't hear me because she's laying on me. You got to quit laying on the microphone. You already broke the clip on it. Jacob said he thinks Kentucky Rimfire went live the same time we did.
Well, you know what we need to do, right?
What?
We need to Kentucky Center fire him, teach him a lesson.
Uh-huh. It'll probably take a whole lot of Kentucky windage to hit him from here.
Well, if y'all could get your sisters to stop polishing your knobs, you'd probably be able to focus a little bit more.
You're talking about Alabama.
Alabama, West Virginia, same difference.
Jacob's not even sure. Now he's saying, or was it Country Rimfire Plus?
There are a lot of rimfire related channels out there.
Yes, there are.
It's for the pores.
I mean, Christ, Chris from 740 put a rimfire video out earlier. His custom 1022.
All right, that sounds pretty badass. I didn't get a notification for that.
Yeah. About 7 hours ago, he put that out according to notifications. I think Jacob's just trying to cause trouble out there. That's all it is. Now he says it was Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. Are you sure, Jacob, this time?
We have to know the right person to take out.
Yeah, we have to know who we're warring against, man. Come on now. You're the scout. You got one job, Jacob.
You're totally not getting this hooker at the end of the night, Jacob. You're failing us miserably. Or do you want a male hooker? We can still arrange that for you.
Yeah.
We don't judge.
Probably get you TJ hooker if you want.
That too. Whatever hook you want.
Is Shatner available?
We're talking about midget tossing. We can get you a midget one. Patient in the Dark's going to fight you for it, but...
No. Yankee would fight him for that.
When Patient in the Dark comes after you, you just hit him when he's not looking.
Mm-hmm.
Which is all the time.
Mm-hmm. But you got to stay away from the midget tranny hookers, because then you're in Yankees territory, and he ain't going to stand for
Oh,
that.
no, that is Rich White territory.
No,
Rich White will tell you
Yankee
all
territory.
about ladyboys.
Oh, no.
Rich White has this obsession with Thailand.
Okay, Ron Toy Matter says Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies had a live stream, but he didn't show up. So does this mean Ron was over there and only came over here because Kentucky Rimfire and Hobbies didn't show up?
Sounds like it.
Oh, sounds like it, right? Oh, there's Gizzard. He says, is this shit still on? Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Where the fuck are you at, Gary? Rich told us you have a link.
Uh-huh.
In fact, you're the missing link. Rich is looking for you to come in and spice up the party.
Well, Jacob said Kentucky Rimfire and Hobby was supposed to go live at 8:20 and then never showed up.
They sent out a search party. That's what's going on. They're like, we got to go find him.
Yep. That's why nobody's here. They're all out there looking for him.
Somebody that nobody's ever heard of. Is that just Kentucky Rimfire and Ballistics? And did a channel name change or something?
I don't know. Yeah, there's Gizzard. Yeah, might be muted there, Gary.
What?
What?
What? What is?
Who, what, why, and where, why?
Did I miss anything important?
I don't know. What do you consider important?
It's just unloaded media. Are you serious?
Oh, well, let's load it up, shall we?
I got some Yingling.
I like the email. Let's do it. Let's have some.
How's come they didn't put any grip on this grip, Gary?
What grip?
On this here helmet, there's like no grip on this grip.
Bitching about a free knife? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, there's like no grip on this grip, man.
That's what you heard.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds ungrateful to me.
No, I'm just. It's a segue to
It's a segue?
yeah,
No.
carbon fiber grip with no grip.
Wah.
I looked it up. They don't even make this one anymore. They only got the G10 variants. It's not listed on their site anymore.
Well, I could have told you that.
Well, I was looking to see if it would have been worthwhile to do a
Well, you
video on
wanting
it.
to sell it? Is that it?
No, I was looking to see if it'd be worthwhile to bother doing a video on it or not. If the, because if they're not selling anymore, no point in doing a video on it.
And Richard's like, there's no grips on grips. So I'm not doing no video on this.
Could always stick some Talon grip on there if you want to, I suppose.
Yeah, probably skateboard tape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I was shocked at how smooth the scales on this thing are. It's like, whoa.
It's a looking knife.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ron's multitasking. He said he was watching this and the other.
By the way, for all the people on here that subscribe to my channel, and I said I had a knife release on Monday, I lied. It's Tuesday. So
Uh-oh.
I can't release it Monday because it doesn't go on sale till Tuesday. But if you're a channel member, you'll get to see it anyway. Because my channel members will get an early bird look at it.
Woohoo.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And you could probably pre-order it, but Svivi doesn't want me releasing the video to the public until the actual release date. But
Mm-hmm.
pretty sure you can go on those sites and pre-order it if you want it.
Yeah. You missed it. Barbecue asked people for wrong answers on what the Mason Dixon line is, and nobody answered.
You already heard the wrong answer.
This is true. This is true.
Well, does it have anything to do with Moo?
Mm, no, I don't think so. But I
Yeah,
said
after all, he is a Dixon. So
yeah, yeah. But does he know a Mason?
I don't know. He might be a Basin. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a Mason named Dixon,
Mhm.
and he drew a line.
I highly doubt it since he in a medical field, but possible.
You never know. There have been Masons that were doctors.
Well, I never knew a Dr. Mason, but it's possible.
What about a Perry Mason?
Well, that's true. The counselor.
Mm-hmm.
But we shouldn't mention Perry Mason around here because his arch enemy was named Burger.
This is true.
I'll get that piece of shit.
But at least only in a courtroom, because there were episodes where they went out drinking afterwards.
Yeah. That poor guy, though, he died pretty much as soon as the series was over.
Mm.
The actor.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name? Talbot, I think.
Something like that.
Lung cancer, yeah. He actually recorded a video with his family, kind of a public service announcement when he was about to die. It's pretty sad. Now that I've brought everybody down,
Mm-hmm. It's all Gary's fault.
so much for the happy-go-lucky vibe of this week unloaded.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a whole ton of people watching out there. I see 5.
Yeah, it says 1 on Rumble and 4 on YouTube. So. Barbecue cost us viewers when he asked about the Mason-Dixon line.
Oh.
Yeah, we lost like 3 or 4 viewers at that point.
Yeah, a lot of fans queuing out the right answer.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is out there. That's one of your viewers, evidently.
Mm. Well, it says there's 5 now.
I should have known he'd be out there.
No, he's always lurking somewhere.
He's afraid to come on a live stream, though.
Mm-hmm.
There he is.
Mm-hmm.
But I never sent him a knife to where he would tell me, as soon as he saw me, that, hey, your knife sucks.
I didn't say the knife sucks. I was just like, what's with this grip? Not having any grip.
He always tells me how much he loves them. Wow.
I was just telling Gary last night how much I like the knife. He said,
Yes. Yes, you did.
I'm not an ingrate.
Rich White is though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Barbecue would love the knife he won if I'd ever send it to him.
You guys wondering about that? I figured it'd get to me eventually.
I gotta find it first.
I thought you might have just left it with Snob, told him to send it out.
I don't know where it is. I found the box it goes in. I can't find the damn knife now. I've been looking for over a week.
You never get it if you're expecting Snob to get it to you. Good Lord.
Well, it's a neck knife. It could be. It could be anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Moose says you got to keep sending me the sucky knives.
Yeah, you didn't gripe that much about the corgi.
Yeah, the corgi, I only had clothes on my hand one time I tried using it to cut open
something. My God, the knife hurt you. Oh, my God.
That's where they got that push button on this thing.
Show me where the knife. Show me on this doll where the knife hurt you.
Hey, the Civivi is really nice. The fixed blade. On the corgi, I honestly don't get why they put the button where they put it. We've thought about that before. Button's in a weird spot.
I pretty much didn't care about when you picked it up. You kind of had to flip it around to make sure you had it the right direction because it looks the same.
Yeah, it's symmetrical on both sides. There's like no shape to it. It's like just a rectangle. I guess I could show that one so people get an idea what we're talking about. shape. So it's like rectangular shape. There's no contours where you can like pick it up and know exactly where you're at. The only way you got to know is by the button and the pocket clip. If you're not paying attention, you go pick it up this way and you go flip it. You can't. There's no way to flip it. And then they put the button right dead center instead of off to the side. So when you go to cut something, your finger's right there and it does this when you're cutting.
Well, I guess I send you all the defective knives then.
Maybe. This one makes a good fidget knife, though.
So did Moo ever answer the question whether or not he was a Mason?
I don't know. He said, no, I'm not, but I don't know which
Oh.
question that was to.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I don't know if that's about him always lurking somewhere, him being out there, him being a Mason. We don't know. He didn't specify.
I think he had to go out and fix a raw qual in his backyard, so maybe he is. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that'll make that's what a Mason does.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm familiar with what a Mason is, Rich. Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah,
you,
I'm agreeing
Captain
with you.
Aubrey.
Like, yeah, that's what a Mason does. Well, it says we got 2 over on Rumble now.
You know, if you ever come up with knives you don't like, you could always have a giveaway.
Why would I want to do that?
Jacob wants to know how to be a Mason.
I
Ask a
don't.
Mason.
Yeah, ask
I
a
think.
Mason, Jacob.
Yeah, which then they're going to tell you to pound sand. They can't talk about any of it. But like, if you happen to realize, like, oh, my grandfather's a Mason, just be like, Grandpa, I was always interested in that. He might go and get you initiated. You might want to look out for those transsexual midgets at that point.
Look for somebody in the construction trades. They tend to be Masons.
And I think it's by invite or something.
Mm-hmm. And you have to go to all the secret meetings and learn the secret
Yep.
handshake and all that stuff.
Yeah. And then there's different levels that you can
Have to ride a goat naked and stuff like that. I don't know.
I don't know.
Rituals. I mean, I kind of get it. I'm a member of the Knights of Columbus, and even we aren't that secretive. So.
Rich is a member of the Skull and Bone Society.
And no. Don't you have to go to like Harvard or Yale or something for that?
Yeah, but you wrote the encyclopedias. You were just grandfathered in.
I mean, isn't where'd you go? Liberty?
Yeah.
That's almost Ivy League, isn't it?
No.
Close enough for these purposes.
Who's this? To be a Mason, don't you have to sell Amway soap or something? I don't know. Maybe.
No, it's just to be an Amway salesman.
I had somebody try to recruit me one time.
What, to sell Amway?
Or to be a Mason.
Yeah, then when I turned him down, he tried to sell me Amway products.
I never had anybody try to recruit me for Amway. I did have somebody try to recruit me for selling these water filtration systems. What was the name of that? I don't think the company even exists anymore.
My stepfather sold Amway. That was back in the 80s. It was one of his, I'm going to get rich quick schemes. I'm going to sell Amway.
NSA, that's it. Exactly. How'd you know that, Moo?
He probably sold them
Yes.
too.
It was NSA. Yeah, I had a buddy who was selling NSA. He tried to recruit me. I actually went to one of their recruitment meetings they have, where they have all these people who claim they have the new car and stuff because of all
Hmm.
the shit they sold. And they do the pep talks and all that shit.
Yeah.
NSA. Network marketing.
Hmm.
MLM, we call that.
Multi-level marketing.
Yep. Now, my mother sold Avon for several years. I mean, you could make the argument that it was multi-level because I
Hmm.
know
Oh, it is.
it kind of is.
Yeah.
Now, if my mother was still alive, she'd probably slap me for saying that.
Hell, what's the one with the pink cars?
Oh, Mary Kay.
Yeah,
And that's still a thing, I think.
I think it is. I ain't seen one of those cars in forever.
You see them every once in a while.
There was a pink Cadillac that used to drive around here. Mary Kay on it.
How about Cincy? Is that a big thing where you guys live? People selling these wax candle things or wax melts, and they do it door to door. They have Cincy parties and stuff. Back in the days, years and years ago, it was Rubbermaid. You remember or Tupperware,
Tupperware.
Tupperware.
the
Tupperware.
Tupperware parties.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tupperware, and then you had the other one. It was the home furnishings where they sold all kinds of like pictures you hung on your wall and stuff. Can't remember the name of that one.
It was a lingerie one for the chicks.
there's a bunch of them now. That's probably true. I I'm not a good salesperson. I wouldn't be any good for any of those kind of schemes. It'd be like, yeah, buy this if you want to. It ain't that great.
Hmm. Yeah, I never really did any of those. I watched my stepfather struggle with a couple of them. There was Amway, then he tried this one called Old World, and another one. That was the name of it, Stenor or some shit like that.
I
Basically, the other
haven't
two were copies of Amway.
I haven't had any salesmen come to my door here at the apartment complex other than the religious.
Mm.
So far, the Mormons, I'm pretty much a regular stop for them, and now the Jehovah's Witnesses have found me. So
The turf war.
Yeah, it's a
it
turf war. They're fighting for you. Let's get that Catholic. We're going to make him either Jehovah's Witness or a
is. If the
Mormon.
Mormons find out the Jehovah's Witnesses are here, though, there's going to be a rumble.
Uh,
We don't have a kingdom hall around here, but we do have a Mormon temple.
we have a Mormon temple here in town. Then across the river, there's a Jehovah Witness Kingdom Hall.
Catholics don't go door to door. They just have fish fries. They get you when you come to
Hmm.
eat.
Fish fries, pancake breakfast,
Pancake,
bingo
yeah.
games.
I love the pancake breakfast though. It's not fun cooking that stuff though. It's hot back there in that kitchen.
Mhm.
The fish fry is a mess to clean up after.
Oh yeah, I imagine.
'Cause we had I don't know how many fryers going all at once. Like half a dozen
Mhm.
fryers, overloading all the electrical circuits and everything.
I don't know if the Catholic Church around here did a fish fry or not. If they did, they didn't advertise that
Usually,
very well.
usually do them during Lent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they did or not. If they did, they didn't advertise it very well.
Let's see, we have the same priest that serves 4 different parishes, so we had to rotate around during Lent as to which parish was hosting a fish fry. So we got 2 this year. Pretty good.
Jacob's leaving. Jacob's quitting. Jacob's
He
a
doesn't.
quitter,
He doesn't like fish, I guess, or
I
pancakes.
guess.
No, he's Protestant.
What we like to do is when they have each year, our high school hosts an invitational wrestling tournament, and there's a shit ton of kids up there, all hungrier than hell. So we go up there and have a pancake feed during the morning and stuff. You'll have a shit ton of people show up to eat pancakes for that.
Snowball, get off my damn blind.
Yeah,
Get him, Shadow.
bad kitty,
Yes, bad kitty.
real bad.
Hmm.
Night, Jacob.
The other day, the dumb cat tried climbing the one on the front door like a ladder and broke it all down the middle.
And yet the cat lives.
Hmm.
Go get it. Go get the kitty.
Oh.
Snowball, I'm missing Shadow after you.
Wow, send the dog after the cat. Shit,
Hmm.
see it getting serious.
She just threw the dog's tennis ball at him.
I can't believe you don't have the spray bottle with water in it. That's the
That's what I told her to do.
standard tool for handling cats. Just a spray bottle
Mhm.
with water. Just squirt them a time or two.
If it be a different cat, she
Don't
would.
hurt them.
No, it's Snowball, her partner in crime. Every other cat she chases.
Yes, the two of them have a bond.
Well, she don't do it to Girly. That's the only other one she don't do it.
Of course, if you try to punish George, he just gets back at you later.
Mm.
Throw it at it.
They remember. It's like, all right, bastard. Game on. I'm going to break your shit.
Mm.
Snowball, I'm gonna whack you.
Well, if you're gonna whack the cat, get up and do it.
I want to. I just gotta
Uh-huh.
say
Threats don't mean shit to cats.
No, idiot. It's my window blind.
You
Nope,
gonna
you're
do,
a bad kitty.
you gonna do what,
what,
bitch?
near that line. Are you?
Rich,
No.
kitty's being a
Tease up when
dildo.
you do it. Go.
Nah.
Get.
She's not chasing the cat.
Come here, Fuzzball.
Too bad we don't have a camera. This would be entertaining
You're
as hell.
it.
Of course, Amy would kill you.
Well, we thought it was
Yes.
a girl for how long?
Good thing she can't hear us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, remember you gotta put up with her in Tennessee, Gary.
I wasn't scared of her. Actually, I am, but don't tell it.
I was going to say, you say that when she can't hear you.
Got to
This is
deal
the
with
kitty she
her.
was. This is the kitty she was chasing.
Ah, you're the bad kitty. No, I got to deal with Amy. I got to deal with Misty because Misty's going to be there.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, she's going to get back at me for all the times I've been giving her hell.
Uh-huh. Oh, you're going to get it for those tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, they already sent me a mini Wayne tattoo, and I'm going to send them one of mine. We're going to wear each other's tattoos.
Oh, isn't that cute? Make sure you have matching earrings. And,
No, these ears ain't pierced. They ain't going to be either. I can't imagine why anybody would allow somebody to poke a hole in their ear.
I don't get the point of those big spacer things people get in their ear.
Oh, the gauges?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could hang you could hang a hanger in some of them things.
Hmm.
Be great for carabiners and stuff like that though. I guess you could put your AirPods up there.
I don't understand those big spacers people put in their lips,
Yeah, that too. So, yeah.
bones in their noses. Like, what the hell?
Hmm.
Poking holes in their lips. Yeah.
Hmm.
The nose rings
Yeah.
or the bar above the nose. That's kind
Hmm.
of a deal lately too. Like
Yeah. Like
the hell?
between your eyes, I was like, what the hell are you doing? That's gotta
No.
hurt.
Let alone underneath the shirt. It's like, are you crazy? Hell no. I mean, nothing against people who want to do that. If that's your thing, go for it. But
Hmm.
not for me. Definitely not. And I'll be the first one to admit I couldn't stand the pain of having a hole put in me.
Yeah.
I've been in there in these painless places where they pierce kids' ears and stuff like that. And I've never seen one yet that didn't cry.
Yeah, I don't have no piercings and no tattoos.
Bad enough I had to undergo the trauma of circumcision, but I don't remember it. I was a baby. So,
Hmm.
I had a buddy that did that when he was like 25.
oh, good God.
I was
Okay.
like, what the frick?
But he converted to Judaism or some shit?
No, he was just, tired of not being circumcised, I guess. I don't know. But friggin', the best part, he told me he went into the doctor about having this done. And the doctor's like, so how do you want it to look? He's like, what the fuck do you mean, how do I want it to look? Like make it look good?
like,
Like,
like pictures on the wall that you can point out.
Right.
I went to Jerry.
Well, we have
I
the
was like,
Clark
what?
Gable, the John Wayne.
Give me number 8. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Just a little off the top.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. I was like, holy shit.
Just give it a slight fade.
Mohawk.
Uh-huh.
Bad enough when I had to go in for the Artcath a few years ago, and they had to shave me down there. So, but they shaved one half, just one side. It was just a little awkward. Oh, there's 7 people watching this shit.
Yeah. You chased off the other person on Rumble, apparently.
I didn't do it.
Oh, there's 8 on YouTube now.
Wow. Hi, guys. Say hi in the chat so we know who's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Give the backside. Yeah. Front and back. Yeah.
It's not easy. I had to do that when I got snipped, and it's kind of hard to do by yourself.
No, they did it for me when I was on the table. Like, okay, guess you got to. Oh, now we're down to 5. Yeah, we bored them to tears.
It keeps fluctuating. I'm not sure how accurate that counter is.
Well, talking about manscaping, probably, it might have something to do with the attendance.
I don't know, but now would be a good time to have a affiliate link for Manscaped. But I don't.
This
So
show brought to you by
perfect segue.
Manscaped. Shave everything south of your Mason-Dixon line.
Now, I have some Manscaped stuff, I believe, on my Amazon store.
Shit, I'm surprised I don't have an affiliate link for that to give it to everybody. At least back in the day, everybody, even their mother, was getting affiliate links for Manscaped. Doesn't matter what it was. Watch a
Or is it
video and they had a
Manscaped?
Manscaped ad.
I don't think it's Manscaped. Is it? I got a slipper thing they sent me. No, it's from Happy Nuts. Okay. It's okay. I don't use it for that, but you can also use it as a beard trimmer.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. Don't believe the hype, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a special blade. Bullshit. Yeah, it's a ceramic cutter on the bottom, but that's not that uncommon anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a Remington beard and mustache trimmer. Does the same exact thing.
It's still not as good as my wall beard trimmer, though, that I bought years and years ago. And I bought this thing at Walmart for like $15, and it just runs on, I believe, a single AA battery.
Mm-hmm.
And it runs faster and cuts better than anything I've ever had.
Well, this Remington I have, it's like a little pair of clippers, electric clippers that you use for cutting your hair. It's like a smaller version of one of those, and use it for your beard and mustache. Whatever else I guess you want to use on.
I used to date a gal that had a sister who was a beautician, hairstylist, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she recommended wall clippers, WAHL.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had nothing but good luck. I own a couple of them. I have a set of their haircut set, and I have the beard set. The haircut one is rechargeable.
Yeah, my little beard trimmer one is rechargeable. and you
But
can
you'll
use it in
notice
the
the
shower.
difference in the power of the motor and stuff like that. Does
Hmm.
it run fast enough to get stuff? Because a lot of the cheaper ones, they just don't have enough power.
Yeah,
Or will they last?
I've had this Remington one for a couple years now. It's one of the ones where you can use it in the shower too.
If it says Conair, just run.
Hmm.
Run the other direction. They're junk. I'm sorry. I don't ever shave, so I don't care about blades and stuff like that, but I do trim from time to time. So I used to trim with a blade shaver, and it's like, yeah, there's no need for that. It's gonna grow back anyway. Nowadays, nobody cares if you have a little bit of neck stubble. Barbecue, do you shave your head?
Um, I've been doing it more often than not recently.
You do it with a blade?
I use a Gillette razor. It
It's
was
like
on
a,
sale on
a regular
Black
face
Friday or
razor.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, it was on sale on Black Friday, so I was like, I'll do that. It was the first razor I've had or bought in shit, at least a decade.
The hard part about shaving your head is your hair on your head grows 16 different directions.
Yep.
So you'll think you've got it nice and smooth, and then you run your hand over it and you feel these rough spots. So you have to go back over it, try to find the right angle, and then you end up irritating the shit out of your head, and it's like red for about a day or so from all the
As long as
scraping.
it's close, I'm like, that's good enough. Because
Yeah,
like
that's
you'll
really
feel
all
it,
that
and
matters.
it almost feels like Velcro, and you're like, God
Hmm.
dang it.
Oh, the first day or two after you shave, like if you wear a stocking cap or something like that, it's like it sticks to your head.
Yep.
It's weird.
Use your head as a patch panel.
Tried.
That's why when I do
Hook to
mine,
hook just doesn't work.
I just use the electric hair clippers with no guide, and it's like that's close enough.
Hmm.
It's easy to do. You can do it in 5 minutes. Looks fine.
My electric hair clippers are Oster 76 Classics because I wanted to fork out some actual money for clippers. And I won't lie, they're friggin' amazing.
Now you can buy electric clippers that are supposedly will shave you almost to the scalp, but I don't own those. Like, yeah, what I got works.
I was tired of getting these wall sets and stuff like that at Walmart, and like that's all I ever knew was wall. But like recently, it seems like they just hit the bed on me after a few years anymore. As far as the hair clippers go, um, the beard and face trimmers um, don't seem to be too bad still, but the like I said, the hair clippers I haven't had much luck with. So I was like, with the money that I'm throwing at these things every few years, why not just try and get a professional set of clippers and call it a day? And I did a bunch of looking around, and I stumbled onto the Oster 76 Classics, and they sounded pretty badass, and got those. And I was like, these are fucking incredible.
If you have any beauty supply stores near you,
Hmm.
like we used to have Sally Beauty Supply, I think they're
Yep.
going out of business finally, but they have one that's called the Wall Peanut, and it is super powerful, but it's corded. And it's about a $50 or $60 trimmer, but that thing, it'll cut my son-in-law's hair, and Some people got really thick hair. You just can't hardly
Yep.
run a set of
Mhm.
clippers through it. And I tried some of mine and pretty much wore my clippers out trying to cut his hair. But yeah, I ended up giving him my peanut because he liked it so much.
So you guys were talking about the Manscaped lawnmower things.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, uh, so I had a dog whose coat was so thick, we couldn't give her a good haircut with clippers or anything. I actually took her out to my cousin to use the sheep shears. The sheep shears got clogged. Like this dog's hair was so friggin' thick. That Manscaped lawnmower bullshit. Got one of those because they're like, it will go through the thickest of mains. I was like, fuck it, we'll try that. And worked incredible. Was the only hair clip. Are you watching The Waterboy?
No, she's watching something.
Oh,
Probably
She's
porn.
watching. She's watching. My Name Is Earl.
oh, that's just as good.
So you have to gift her a set of headphones.
She had a pair of earbuds, but she lost them.
Right before I could push garden strip. Don't let the kids throw them out by accident.
She had the Samsung Earbud Pro.
$300 pair of earbuds.
AirPods Pro 2 is what I'm using right now.
I have Sennheiser HD5 somethings that I'm wearing.
These are so nice. They got noise isolation. Air conditioner's running in the other room. I could just click that on. I can't hear a thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
a little quiet. It's wonderful.
Now these are open back studio headphones.
That'll work.
That's my old Sennheisers, but they were all beat up and
All of my
You should
Sennheiser.
probably wouldn't
beat
have
up your
lasted.
electronics, man.
Well, I had them for over 10 years. They just were well used.
That is some of these people testing optics where they take their gun, they throw it down on the ground and beat it with hammers and shit like that. That's like, yeah, that's a real world test. Everybody does that to their firearms,
Mm-hmm.
Red dots, let's beat them with a rock. Hey, it broke. This is junk. Gee, yeah. Well, that could happen. You could be wrestling around with somebody and your gun fall out of your holster and hit a rock. Yeah, it could.
Yeah, it could. And, a meteor could
Not
fall from the
repeatedly.
sky and hit you in the foot, too. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
gone.
It's like, yeah, the rock didn't repeatedly just bash itself onto the gun after it fell out.
I could be climbing a tree and my sling could break and my rifle could fall hit the ground. Yeah, it could. Is
It's
it
just
gonna?
it could just hail small boulders directly onto your firearm.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do then?
Mm-hmm. It could have happened.
If your $1,000 rifle hits the ground, yeah, you'll probably bitch about the scope, but you're going to bitch about a lot of other things too. Like, oh my God, it got scratched.
You could be walking down the street and your pistol could fall out of your holster and land in water and then mud and then sand and then wet sand. I mean, you don't know.
Or you could actually use something with retention.
Hmm.
Or watch where the fuck you're walking.
Uh-huh. It's like, what are the odds of me being in my house and my household defense gun ended up in a pool of mud?
Could end up in the toilet. It'd be even worse, I suppose.
It's a real shitty situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think my home defense gun would fit in the toilet, Gary. Maybe the butt stock. Or the barrel. That would be pretty bad. Muzzle up with it.
I've always got my BB gun to fall back on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Falling
yeah?
back on a
That's
BB gun might
sick.
hurt. Yeah.
You gonna come at me with this? I got a BB gun, bitch. Let me pump it up 5 or 6 times first.
Ow! Stop doing that.
You can't shoot the kitty. Uh-oh.
Love that on Home Alone. Don't little prick his arms.
That's what airsoft guns are good for, is cats. My daughter never would let me shoot her cats with an airsoft gun, though.
I think I had to shoot my dog with an airsoft gun twice, and after that, he just sees it. He's like, "Oh nope, I'm doing something I'm not supposed to." I'm like, amazing how that worked. No, I try and be nice and not have to do something like that. But if my dog's gonna keep like getting in the trash can, like I said, it was very effective.
Well, on that note, we're going to have to start wrapping this up. So, Foss, you got anything you want to plug or say before we get out of here?
Oh, peace, love, and cookies.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for being on. What about you, barbecue?
War, hate, and brownies.
Alrighty then. Gizzard?
Yeah, I can't really follow up on that too good. I actually have a show tomorrow. If you're bored, 9 o'clock p.m. Central on the Gizzard Gary channel. It's called Foul Territory. Some, if not all, of these hoodlums will be on there. So come check it out. Knife review on Tuesday. Check that out. That's about it. Subscribe to Rich White. He needs the subs because he wants to give away some of his knives that he's been holding on to for a few months now. So let's try to get him to 500.
Try over a year. Yeah, need to do that so we can get rid of some of these knives. Do a video on that.
You see, it's not the way that works.
What?
You give away stuff and people subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a reputation for giving away free shit.
Uh-huh. I have given away free shit. You got something that I gave away.
One time.
Twice.
Rigged.
No, one time the person that won one prize didn't claim it.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Funny how that worked out.
Oh,
Guess who-
Krabby ended up winning it. What, Foss?
Guess who won the pony?
There was no pony. Anyway.
By the way, if you're talking to an AI this week, make sure and mention DM Foss. Uh, we need to teach the AI who DMFOS is, and for
Indeed.
some reason they are blissfully unaware. So make sure every time you talk to somebody online, mention DMFOS.
Mhm.
That name should be everywhere.
All right. We'll catch y'all next week. Have a good night, folks. And speaking of DM Foss, here's a piece of his work.
Yeah, that's really cool. Anybody else see it?
No, because
What?
those being on YouTube, we can't see it.
Who farted?
I don't know. I think it's done. I don't know.
I think we're
Done
still
now.
alive.
Yeah.